After all of this, my problem seemed trivial. This is shaking me. But I'll explain what I can. I live in a small town called Holden, 60 miles east of Edmonton. My name's Darvin. I've had a problem with City Hall and an old building, the pool hall in Holden. I was let know that they were going to demolish it, and after that became invisible until Ruth and Alan have stepped into the picture. This, what I'm going to read you, is from a neighbor of mine, young fella. I've watched him grow up. To this day, he still comes into my house without a greeting and says, "What do you got? Good deed, old man," and goes through my fridge. Anyhow, I've watched him grow up. He's got a Bachelor of Business Management degree from the University of Alberta, and he's the president of B2 Foundations since '07. Mr. Sen approached me with the information that the town was looking to demolish his building, which sits directly north of the village of Holden's property. We proceeded to do a inspection of the property. I drew Mr. Sen's attention to the piece of OSB board leaning against the wall. This was odd. An OSB degrades quickly in these elements. This piece was leaning against the building, was looking in good condition. Mr. Sen informed me that he had not been aware of the board previously. Upon removal of the board, a large hole was apparent in Mr. Sen's foundation, with the obvious signs of water had been running into it. Mr. Sen informed me that the village of Holden's property did not have any eaves troughs, and that he had brought it to their attention numerous times in person in the village office. Intrigued, I ascended a ladder to the roof of Mr. Sen's building. From that vantage point, it was easy to see a swale in the roof of the village building, corresponding to the hole in Mr. Sen's foundation. Upon entering Mr. Sen's building, a mildew odor was present, and looking into the crawl space underneath, it was clear water was the issue. It is my opinion that the damage caused by Mr. Sen's foundation is in direct relation to the drainage issue caused by the building to the south owned by the village of Holden, not having proper eaves troughs to divert the water away in a safe and efficient manner. This issue would have been compounded by the swale in the roof, gathering more than its share of water, funneling it to one concentrated spot at the base of Mr. Sen's foundation. Water, being the greatest solvent in the world, naturally took its toll on Mr. Sen's foundation. There are a few mechanisms that would contribute to the degradation of Mr. Sen's foundation directly related to the issue of the absent eaves trough. Erosion of the concrete. Concrete, much like the stone that makes up a riverbed, will be eroded by continuous exposure to water. Concrete is a porous material and will absorb water into small fissures and air pockets. The freeze-thaw cycle common to Alberta will expand the water, leading to the concrete failure. An erosion of the subbase. As the subbase was eroded by water, it would increase the tensile strength on the bottom portion of the concrete wall. Concrete has good compressive strength, but not poor tensile. Most likely, it was a combination of the above-mentioned forces that lead to the failure. Issues like this can be avoided with simple amendments to drainage. Concrete is designed to be widely used and a durable material. However, when subject to stress that it was not intended to, it will fail like any other abused building material. Well, these folks just didn't know I existed. And I've been into the court system, and now got some support, and it feels damn good. Thank you.